You're live.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to a wonderful night of Rocket League here at Champions League. We've got the first of two matchups going on right now between Thunderbolts and Twisted Isolation. I am Kvox. Calling the action with me tonight is Twix, and this is going to be one hell of a show. How are you doing, Twix? How do you feel about the games tonight?
Feeling pretty good tonight. Thunderbolts came off that embarrassing loss last week, and they're really trying to bounce back to get a week 6 win here. And Twisted Isolation, they could use a win as well because they have a really tough division, and putting them with this win would do really good for a playoff spot. So we have the Thunderbolts at a 4-1 record, and Twisted Isolation at a 3-2 record.
Yeah, Twisted Isolation is there in Poseidon Division between two of the top teams in the league. They're in the unfortunate position of being behind both Spacebound Cowboys and Team Bloom, both of whom very recently lost their undefeated record. And Thunderbolts used to be the top team in the league. Twix, I'm very interested in seeing how they adjust after last week because they lost to Phoenix, who were, before that match, considered to be the worst team in the league, at least if you look at the power rankings. I'm very interested in seeing what adjustments they might make. What are you seeing when you look at the squads tonight?
Well, last week, Ivy didn't really. Yeah. Okay.
Go on.
Looking at last week, Ivy didn't really show out versus Phoenix because he thought that they were gonna, get the easy win. So he didn't really show out. But being one of the Champions League Player of the Week winners, I think you really need to show out no matter what team it is. So we need to see Ivy come out tonight. And honestly, if Twisted Isolation can use the power of friendship here, then I think they can really get this huge upset over the Thunderbolts tonight.
Anything can happen here in Rocket League, and I'm especially interested in looking into how Thunderbolts sharpen up their defense and their shot selection, because there were moments in that series where they were firing huge volumes of shots with not much luck, not much accuracy, not much chance on goal, and also boost. This is a boost hungry game, that's just the name of the sport. But if you look at those games, the final game of last week, they spent 198 seconds in total with zero boost. That is 3 minutes and 18 seconds cumulatively where Thunderbolts had zero boost. That is most of a regulation Rocket League game, Twix. You can't be that consistently empty on the tank, especially when you're playing as aggressive a style as Thunderbolts likes to play.
I definitely agree with you. Boost management, especially in Champions League, if you don't have boost, then a lot of bad things will happen, especially if all three of your players back on defense on the goal line or just trying to get a stop no matter what. Having boost in Rocket League and especially in Champions League can really get you out of tough situations, but without boost, then it might just be game over for you.
At any moment now, they are going to be ready to go in, though, to get started to see if they can arrest this descent before it turns into a losing streak. And Twisted Isolation wants to go 3 wins in a row, the entire most recent half of the series. We are going live into kickoff. I'm Kvox. This is Twix. Welcome to Rocket League.
Wow, what an intro here, but we're going to have Dusky gonna take it off his back wall. He's going to get it over half court. Gonna try and get a flip reset, but it's kind of gonna go backwards. And Ivy up, looking for his first one. He's gonna get the double. He is! Ivy, 13 seconds into the game. Kvox, break this down for me.
Daniel gets a great backflip to get the ball over the first defender, and the second comes in trying to meet Ivy in mid-air, but whiffs. And Ivy just has incredible car controller to get that double tap. I would have liked to see somebody there at back post ready to make the defend, but Ivy's car control is exceptional, and that's part of the boost problem I was talking about, because his playstyle uses a ton of boost. When it works brilliantly. When it doesn't, he's stranded.
Stranded indeed. The pass from Daniel was there, but Cut just didn't have the angle to get there in time. And as we see here, Ivy and Daniel and basically all of Thunderbolts having no boost here. That boost management really, like what you were saying, does come into play. All of Thunderbolts are really air-like players. They like to go in the air. They like to make big plays in the air. So boost is really part of this game for Thunderbolts. And honestly, if they had more boost last week, Daniel looking for it, gonna get the flip reset. Anyways, what a
Oh.
save at the goal line, but Corey. But anyways, as I was saying, I mean, really, if you're a team that favors of going in the air a lot, you're gonna need to save most of that boost and feather it out over the course of multiple possessions.
Yeah, and I'm curious to see how well Thunderbolt's comms and coordination work out as we go closer and closer to the 3-minute mark of this game. Because just a moment ago, you saw where they had the perfect opportunity to tap the ball in, but nobody reacted in time to the ball sitting there. And Twist Isolation were able to just fish it out of net and do the transition. They haven't been able to make Thunderbolts really pay for it yet, but I'd be interested in seeing how this sharpens up over the course of this series.
I do too. Honestly, we're not seeing much offense out of Twisted Isolation. We're seeing more of their defensive side. So can they get out of this little egg that they're in, this little eggshell that they just can't get out? And that goal was kind of open because we had a little miss from Dusky on the goal line. Dusky is going to beat one, going to try and take it to the backboard, going to take it high so he can beat Daniel. Owen looking for a shot, and he's going to get it to go. Dusky, I mean, that play, just having Dusky carry it all the way across the field, going right above Daniel to put both Owen and Corey, who went up for it as well, in that situation to score that goal.
I think some of that was Daniel's lack of boost too, because you saw him trying to intercept the aerial play, but he didn't quite make good contact. Oh, that's a little too wide. Thought we were looking at a kickoff goal to already break the equalizer, Twix. But look at that, that's going in! Oh my goodness, Ivy!
I mean, the little stop touch by Daniel, and Dusky literally just gave him the ball for free, and Ivy will capitalize on that. I mean, no boost, no problem for Ivy, I guess. Just one touch off the wall, and it will be sniped bottom right, and Thunderbolts will take this lead once again.
Yeah, right now they win the early kickoff. Daniel's going in, getting it past Dusky. That's going into Twisted Isolation corner. That's a bit of an outlet pass. Owen's not really quite able to get to it. Gets it by Cut. Can't get it by Ivy. He's there to knock it away again. That's it. That's going in. Dusky already setting this tie again. Owen brings it up. Ivy takes it. Owen gets it again. Bounces it off the wall. Dusky's right there. That's the kind of coordination I was just talking about, wanting to see more from Thunderbolts.
Also, just a great shot placement. Dusky, he sees both Ivy and Cut coming towards to try and save that ball, and he just puts it right in between them to get that one, the equalizer here. So can we see some more of that magic by Dusky if they want a chance at taking down the Thunderbolts here?
We could well see that, because this is a strong team. Last week they won by forfeit, which, you know, nobody wants to win by forfeit. But the week before that, they beat Reapers, who were also one of the top teams in the league. This is a team that is extremely capable of tightening up their defense and presenting a big problem for anybody. Oh my goodness, that could have been dangerous. That was an infield pass, so contact was a little too weak. The physics of that ball can be a bit of a monster, Twix.
It really can. I mean, that would have been a perfect play to take the lead of this game, but, you know, Corey kind of just slowed the ball down, not really getting the touch he wants. This is right in front of the net, and Daniel's going to try and get it to go, but Corey there for the stop. Dusky's going to rise up from the wall and get a touch out towards. Can he try and get this dunk on Ivy? He's not going. Ivy's going to beat Owens, but he's not going to beat Corey. It actually might fall into the net here, but Daniel is going to clear it out, but it's going to go right into Dusky. A little bit of cat and mouse ever since that equalizer here by Twisted Isolation in game one. As Corey's going to try to take one on net, but denied by Ivy at the goal line. What a save. Low boost from Ivy, but no problem, as Ivy's going to go up and get that wonderful 50, and Corey's just going to catch it again.
Let's see who Corey's setting it up for. That touch could be dangerous. It's knocked skyward again. Owen was waiting for that, and you can see them getting into each other's way a bit. Dusky and Owen almost collide. It's voided narrowly. A minute left. We are seeing these teams start to warm up their offense more. They're starting to play more aggressively, get in each other's faces more. Not really seeing much of that feeling out process, because neither of them want to go into it for overtime this early in. Ivy did not have much there. Oh my goodness, Cut!
I mean, honestly, that's a great 50 by Ivy, and he just found Cut right on that pass play. Cut was going to try and get that boost. He sees the ball, and he's like, oh my gosh, this is so free. So he's going to take the lead here. Just 37 seconds left. Can Twisted Isolation get back into this game, or will game one go to the Thunderbolts?
It's a oh why what? Okay, that was certainly a decision, but it paid off in their favor. Playing it off their own post like that to score a transition. Ivy's forced to shadow the ball. Can't quite get there. Only 20 seconds left. They just need to hold on at this point, Twix, and they can get the first game. But of course, this is a game where I have seen crazier things happen than a 13-second goal, and that goes in. What was I just saying? Look at Ivy there. Meant to say look at Dusky, but also look at Ivy.
I mean, yeah, that's a great play by Twisted Isolation. A little bit of a pop out, probably about 5 seconds earlier from Dusky or Owen here to set up Dusky for this great play, and Ivy just could not get a hand up on that ball. So 8 seconds left, the clock's winding down. We might go to overtime here, but the outlet pass is to Daniel. It is into the corner, and it's cleared out. Wait, is Dusky there for the redirect? Oh my goodness, it is just off the post. We are going to overtime in game 1.
That was so close to being an outright win. If that car is just there a few frames earlier, Daniel gets it down. That could have been a dangerous shot. Dusky's already there to prevent it from turning into anything. Okay, that net was almost open. Fortunately for Thunderbolts, they were able to rotate back in time. Their defensive rotations are looking very sharp. I was talking at the beginning of the show about if they've worked on their defense. Right now, this game's been a bit of a brawl, Twix, but I do think their rotations are starting to sharpen up. You're not seeing so many wide open nets. That could be scary. Cut! Cut has it! It's over!
I mean, what a play. Ivy's going to get that 50 right into the backboard, and it's going to make both Dusky and Owen have low boost. And Cut's just going to get the most awkward angle to score this goal to win game 1. Thunderbolts will lead the series, and K-Box, what needs to happen for Twisted Isolation to get back into this?
I would like to see a bit more boost management and a bit more discipline on defensive rotations, because that was almost perfectly fine. They went into an overtime with one of the top teams in the league. They showed that they belong on the court. Look at the scoreline for Dusky there. 2 goals, an assist, a save, 3 shots, so almost a perfect record on accuracy. This is not a team that's being blown off the pitch, Twix. They need to sharpen up their defense a little. They need to make a few minor adjustments. And this is a long series. There's a lot of Rocket League left to play.
I mean, it definitely is. And Daniel did leave the game earlier. Are we going to see a substitution? Or maybe is it just a car change here for the Thunderbolts? I mean, oh, he did. Oh, I didn't see it. Anyways, he's lagging right now, so he's gonna try and join back here to get into game 2. Twisted Isolation. I mean, the offense, 6 shots on net, only getting 3 on. So I mean, 50% halfway. We need to see more than just Dusky getting into the offensive groove. We need to see both Owen and Owen and Corey get back into this matchup here on the offensive side, and Twisted Isolation could definitely bounce back and get a game 2 win here, K-Box.
I would not be surprised. This is a game where anything can happen on a good day. Anyone can beat anybody. Thunderbolts learned that lesson very well last week. Going into game 2 already, Dusky creates a dangerous scoring threat. That gets quenched awkwardly. No finishing touch. Corey tries to create another opportunity. That is cleared away. That could have been an incredibly fast goal to start things, but good defense and tactical thinking from Thunderbolts, in my opinion.
I mean, definitely, that could have been very bad. That's a great flick by Dusky here, but just could not get it to go. The defense from Thunderbolts, they are not going to try and let off this steam yet here, but can Isolation potentially, you know, put some water on it to cool it off? I mean, only time will tell here, as Ivy's going to try and create space here for Cut, but it's going to get denied on the goal line by Dusky, and Corey's just going to outlet pass it here. I mean, Twisted Isolation, the defense has upped significantly for both teams. Can they keep it going?
Can is obviously, of course, but the question is, will that is a long clear downfield from Owen. Cut gets there in time. That could easily have soared into the open net. So could this. That's cleared away by Daniel. Twisted Isolation is absolutely forcing Thunderbolts to think on their feet, or their axles, if you will. You can see that Thunderbolts are very quickly rotating back and trying to get multiple cars in the lanes for any scoring opportunity. Daniel tries to get a ball lobbed in front of the goal. He clears the defender away. That's going into the corner. No one has a good shot on this. Ivy's climbing the wall. Defenders all around him, setting it up for Cut. Cut finishes!
I mean, that's a great play from Ivy. He's going to take it up the wall. Dusky's going to be awkward, and Owen going to try and come in, and Corey did not see Cut coming, so he's going to pinch it right off the post here to take this first goal in game 2.
Yeah, that could easily have been a very impressive Twisted Isolation save. I'm not so sure I can say the same of this one. Walk us through this one, Twix.
I mean, the kickoff from Ivy, which kind of just bobbed it up for Daniel. Nobody back on the pitch for Twisted Isolation, and it will be a slot by Daniel. 2-0, Thunderbolts will be leading Twisted Isolation. Can Twisted Isolation get out of this little egg hole, or eggshell, as you will, to get back into this?
Well, there are a few ways you can get out of an eggshell. The shell can crack, or you can be hard-boiled. I've also heard of soft-boiled eggs, but that sounds like heresy. Point being, there's a lot of ways for this to go. A few of them good, a few of them nowhere near so much. We've got a bit of an attempted 2-car press from Twisted Isolation, but they back off pretty quickly. Ivy's taking the ball along. Dusky sees the threat coming, clears the ball away from him, rotates back with it, doubles back for some boost that gives Cut the opportunity. He loses the ball pretty quickly. Ivy gets it by him. Can he get it past 2 defenders? It's up towards the corner, playing it off the wall. No one's... Oh my goodness, Daniel!
I mean, the offense is moving for Thunderbolts. Ivy stays on this ball after a bad touch from Owen, and it's just going to pay the price for Twisted Isolation as Ivy finds Daniel on the backboard pass to put them up 3-0.
Last game, I talked about wanting Thunderbolts to sharpen up their coordination. As you can see from Ivy right here, I think they're very much doing that going into this second game because their team plays are a lot sharper. Look how well Ivy cheats up here, knowing exactly where the cars are going to break so he can just send it straight in. I think they have absolutely used the time between games to just be more warm on comms, basically.
For sure. As Cut, gonna try and rise up here. Not gonna get anywhere with it as it's gonna be cleared out by Owen. Can Ivy fake out Corey? But Corey will stay on this ball. What a pitch to the left side of the arena. Can Dusky get a touch? No, he can't, but Corey's there. He's gonna beat Ivy. No boost. Dusky looking for the redirect. It's kind of slow. Can Owen get there? No, he can't. Gonna be denied by Daniel at the goal line. Dusky's gonna whiff it. Cut, gonna take possession. Gonna get an early flick. And both players on the back post here. No boost for either Owen or Corey, and little for Dusky here as Daniel's gonna give it to Ivy. Ivy gonna try and dribble through them all. Not gonna get it. Beats one, but cannot beat Dusky.
What I'm seeing here from Twisted Isolation is a lot of not just... Okay, that was purely exactly what I'm talking about here, because spacing has been a real issue. You see it Cut win this contact clean past Dusky, and then no one is really in a position to support that with a second touch, as they are already 5 goals down with 1:45 to go. But I was also seeing a lot of Twisted Isolation cutting back on rotations, about them bumping into each other. You can see in a few attempted team pinches that just ended up being cars smacking into each other and knocking each other out of alignment. And look at this. Look at this from Cut. Oh my goodness, Ivy almost scores on his own net, but that was clearly intended for Dusky to follow up, and there was just not enough power and not enough time to make that team play happen.
For sure. I honestly thought it was going to go in, but, I mean, it didn't. So Ivy's going to try and slot one downfield. Going to try and get that 50 on Dusky. He's not going to get it. Dusky does not get the touch he wants. It's going to be an easy save for Cut. It's going to be cleared downfield. Is Ivy there for the redirect? He is, but he's going to only get the touch out to the corner. Oh, and no boost. Going to get 50 by Ivy. Ivy is still on this ball, but he's not going to get the touch that he wants. Daniel looking for Cut. Cut going to take it to the other corner. Owen, no boost again. Slowing it down. The boost management is key for Twisted Isolation. They're just not finding it. Daniel! Oh my goodness! What a shot from Daniel!
I love car control in this game. They make this incredibly complex physics look so easy. Ivy had hounded the defenders out of the way. You can see him in front of goal during the start of the replay, and that just creates the perfect opportunity for Daniel to get the double tap at a pretty nasty angle. Personally, I don't like trying to shoot from that angle because it doesn't work out very well for me, but Daniel is another breed.
Daniel is another breed, I'm telling you. I mean, they have dismantled Twisted Isolation entirely as Dusky is going to try and get one for the road, but he's not going to get to go. 25 seconds left, and I believe this game has gone to the Thunderbolts. And honestly, Twisted Isolation need to step it up both offensively and defensively to even try and get a chance at a Game 3 win.
Yeah, they are really looking into reverse sweep territory here because I'm not much of a Rocket League pessimist, but I've never heard of 3 seconds and 6 goals. Pretty sure that one's not possible. As Thunderbolts goes ahead 2-0 in this series, and it's beginning to become a question of what can Twisted Isolation even do? Because it seems like everything they try, Thunderbolts has a clean answer. What are you seeing, Twix? What do you think Twisted Isolation can change up here?
For sure, shot accuracy. I'm seeing 7 shots taken by Twisted Isolation as a team, 5 from Dusky and the other 2 from Owen and Corey, and none of them got into the net here, and only 2 saves. So they saved 2 out of the 6 goals that were scored. So 8 shots taken, they only saved 2 of them. Twisted Isolation needs to basically step up everything to get a Game 3 win.
I wouldn't be surprised by that. I feel like they really need to work on spacing, like I was talking about, because there were a lot of individual moments in that game where somebody sets up what would be an incredible team play, be it an outlet pass, an infield pass, a shot, a double tap, and no one is really there, or somebody tries to come in and take the pass or the handoff and just ends up bumping into their teammate and the whole thing is thrown up into the air. But now we have kickoff for Game 3, and Twisted Isolation has a lot of questions to answer in the next 5 minutes. Let's see what they can do, Twix.
Yeah, let's definitely see what they can do. I mean, the offense needs to be there this game. The defense needs to be there this game. The teamwork needs to be there this game. Ivy's going to try and raise up for a little air dribble, but did not have the boost for it. Going to try and find Daniel. Daniel in the corner, cut. Looking for one. Little wide. Corey, almost own goals. It's off the post. Ivy with the connection. K-Box, break this down for me.
Ivy is doing a great job here of spotting how Cut plays this off the post. He goes straight into the air. The defenders are already scrambled from dealing with Cut, and he just smacks it right in. No one is looking skyward, partly because of what Cut did, and partly because humans do not look up if we don't have to. It's a weird evolutionary glitch we have in our DNA. You know, ask scientists. I am not making this up. It's weird. So nobody was really expecting that upward approach. And Ivy and Cut, throughout the season so far, have had incredible synergy like this. One of them is usually setting something up for the other.
Yeah, I mean, for sure, but I'm not seeing much here out of them. So can they, like, try to dismantle Thunderbolts? And right now it's not even close. Ivy basically just dribbled through the entire team before getting demoed on the goal line. Daniel raises up, trying to get a second touch pass. Corey, he fakes it, leaves it for Ivy. Goodness. Ivy, my goodness, what a save. Ivy, and the own goal from Dusky. I mean, wow.
That was one of the scoring sequences I have ever seen in all my time in Rocket League. Dusky tries to drive up to that to fish it out because of the awkward contact with the crossbar that had it on that border pixel, but his car just doesn't have a good angle to make that touch. Maybe if he tried power sliding into it, he could have swept it out a little, but that is just an incredible ask for Twisted Isolation. I'm not surprised that they couldn't really make that work. I don't blame Dusky for trying, honestly.
I don't blame him for trying either. I mean, it was a good attempt at trying to get the save. Owen did keep it out of the net, and then, you know, Dusky came in trying to get that save, but just could not get it, and he ends up own goaling here. As it does waterfall in front of the net, but Dusky, no boost, does get the clear out. Corey raises up, gonna get 2 touches before getting shut down by Daniel. The net is gaping, but Owen was back in time before Daniel could get there. Cut, looking for one off the backboard for Ivy. Ivy looking for it, gonna go right off the post and not in this time. Corey gonna try and dribble around the entire Thunderbolts defense. Not gonna get it. Ivy, not the touch he wants when the net is wide open.
Yeah, I was talking about how I would like to see more defensive rotations from Twisted Isolation! This is the kind of team play I was talking about them doing. Twix, look at this. Look at how he plays this off the wall for Corey, who's just right there immediately, and he also, as he rotates out of the play, bumps the defender out of the way to stop him from challenging Corey.
I was just about to say that bump is key. If he doesn't get that bump, I believe Daniel reads that, and that is not in the net. Bumps are key in Rocket League. Most people dislike them, and most people think it's something you have to learn in this game. And I mean, Twisted Isolation just showed the perfect example of what bumps can create in Rocket League.
What I'm not liking, though, is how often I am seeing Twisted Isolation double back on each other and rotating back in the original direction of their play. That can work beautifully if you use it to scramble defenders and break formations, but a lot of the time their cars are getting in each other's way. Owen has a really hard time saving that, and he gets saved by geometry there as the follow-up shot just goes right by net. He's trying to dribble it by Ivy. I'm terribly sorry. Takes the ball away as he threatens the transition. That's going up high. Ivy's looking for it. He manages contact. He doesn't have a good follow-up. Daniel's there, manages to avoid it turning into a shot on goal. That's going high. That's for Ivy. Daniel tries to follow up. He whiffs. Moose is stolen right from under his bumper. Twix, this is becoming a transition offense. That's going not quite in. Great save and great thinking from Dusky with the demo, in my opinion.
I mean, yeah, it definitely was. That was almost a great offensive play from Dusky, but gonna get shut down by Ivy at the goal line and just could not get that one to connect. We are under a minute 30 here. Can Twisted Isolation make the comeback? With Dusky full boost, gonna be one, but Daniel's back in time. Owen left on the goal line. Ivy raises up looking for the redirect, but not gonna get it by Owen in time. Dusky off the wall again, cut. Looking for it, gonna get the ceiling pinch. Corey looking for one just off the post. Owen for the follow-up, denied. Oh my goodness, Twisted Isolation has so many chances at a goal, but just cannot get it to go.
Yeah, Thunderbolts have absolutely sharpened up the defensive rotations. You can see how quickly all three of their cars get near the goal when an attack starts to shape up. And we're looking at less than a minute left on this series. Oh my goodness, saved by the crossbar. That might well have been the dagger if it went in, Twix.
It definitely would have, but 37 seconds left. Can Twisted Isolation get out of this little rabbit hole that they have dug themselves into? Or will this be a 3-0 sweep from the Thunderbolts?
25 seconds is a lot of time for one goal. I've seen crazier things happen in Rocket League, but with every passing moment, it's becoming less and less likely. That ball is in the air. Ivy stretches for it. He gets it. Cut and Daniel are not able to get there. That's an open net. Can it equalize? It goes off the wall. It goes off the wall again. Ivy bumps it in.
Oh my goodness! Dusky has an open net, but misses it entirely. And Corey, the bump. Oh my gosh, Ivy, wrong place, wrong time. It was off the post.
Oh
the game could have been over. And Ivy uses the butt of his car to own goal.
That wasn't even Ivy's fault. He got bumped into the ball. That's the kind of physical play I've been talking about as we get our second overtime of this series. One goal to a finish. We're either going home or we're going to a game 4.
I mean, I would love to see a game 4, but I mean, Ivy might just not let it happen, but it's right off the post. I mean, I don't have much to say here, K-Box.
Yeah, this is absolutely some voice-stealing Rocket League. Ivy continues to create offensive pressure. Daniel is lurking in the shadows behind him, tries to get the ball away. Dusky gets the flick downfield. He's got a net under threat. Cut clears it away, sends it up for Ivy. Ivy's not quite in position to receive the pass. That's a long transition. Ivy's got it again. Can he make an attack happen? He pinches it off the ground. Too wide. Cuts in the backfield. Not able to get there. He gets demoed for his trouble. Twisted Isolation are waking up the physical play, the attacking play, and I think it's a good play. I think it's a good idea against as technically sound a team as Thunderbolts. You need to make the rotations ugly. You need to knock their cars out of alignment.
I mean, I definitely agree. And isolation, definitely down, but not out. I mean, they have to stay resilient. The series is not over until the final buzzer sounds. It's right for the net, and Ivy is there for the clear. But I mean, as I was saying, they just have to stay resilient. The game is not over until one of these teams score, until the final buzzer sounds.
Yeah, that could well have been it, but Dusky misses it. That's a long, dangerous clear. Ivy's got it. Ivy sinks it in. One whiff sends Twisted Isolation to the showers. Daniel knocks it upfield. Ivy redirects it straight in. And that is a 3-0 sweep after a 92-second overtime. That doesn't feel good if you're Twisted Isolation, Twix. They brought 2 overtimes in, and twice Thunderbolts takes the win.
It really does not feel good, especially when in overtime, the ball is right in front of the Thunderbolts net and they just could not get it to go. A 3-0 sweep by Thunderbolts is going to put the Twisted Isolation 3-game win streak to an end, as Twisted Isolation will fall to 500 as a 3-3 team, and Thunderbolts will go to a 5-1 record.
That must feel very good if you're Thunderbolts, especially after the match they had last week. But speaking of, we've got the winning squad waiting in the wings, ready for their interview. Hello, everybody. Congratulations.
Thank you, thank you.
Thank you.
I was giving Twix a moment to see if he wanted to start us off, but I don't mind doing so myself. You've won an impressive sweep after a loss to Phoenix, which took away your undefeated streak, unfortunately, and everyone really saw it as kind of an upset. How are you feeling now that you're back in your winning ways?
I think Phoenix was just kind of a weird situation. Ivy was sick as a dog. I was away playing on my girlfriend's setup on a 100 hertz monitor, which I'm not used to, and Daniel had some other personal issues, so we were all a little kind of off going into those Phoenix games. So the fact that it was so close is honestly, quite interesting, considering we were all like we all played so terrible. But yeah, today felt great to come back out there. I think I hit my best. So yeah.
You clipped.
Were there any specific adjustments you made after reviewing the Phoenix match? Did you take anything from that into the match tonight, or were you kind of just playing yourselves, so to speak?
One thing we did do is make me perma third man and just let me just be third man. Just don't go push up unless Kai and Ivy are behind me. Because during the Phoenix game, a lot of it was just me getting caught behind or too far up.
Yeah, and with me and Ivy playing with Xeric when we did, before he got suspended, we played like that. We had Xeric as kind of perma third man and just had me and Ivy cook most of the time, and he was our real big like safety net. So then having Daniel kind of step into that position like helps a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So tell me about the 2 overtimes. What made you guys come into those overtimes thinking, "Hey, we can win this. We got this"?
I think just the amount of pressure that we had in the previous rounds, knowing that we had that pressure and that we could just play off that pressure really well, kind of play a safer third man each time, was really nice. We had some clutch saves, so yeah, I think that just kind of helped us too, and we just persevered.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, definitely persevered. And honestly, going into next week, what are you guys' goals?
Well, hopefully we score a lot of them. No, I'm just kidding.
Freestyle?
No, not freestyle. But I think just really getting Daniel in that perma third spot. He plays it really well, and then playing fast and playing accurate. A lot of team plays out of me and Ivy and Daniel, and then of course Ivy being the goat and carrying.
Yes.
How do you feel about the way the league is shaping up 6 weeks in? Are there any other squads that you have a particular eye on that you're looking forward to playing? Anyone you're kind of game planning against?
SBC, I guess. We think they are the other best team in the league other than us right now.
I mean, it's been SBC since the beginning, right?
Yep.
You got Naz on that team. He's the goat.
Yep, you got Shitty on that team, the GOAT.
The GOAT was a Wonderbolt at one point, so
That makes a lot of sense. Do you guys scrim together very often? Because it seems like you have incredible team chemistry.
actually this group of 3, I don't think we've had a single scrim.
Yep.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and we
Me,
haven't played
yeah,
much matches either, in all reality.
yeah. Just 2, I guess.
Well,
3.
and me
Very
and Daniel
impressive.
have chemistry from
Yeah.
a long time of playing together. We competed in
Yes.
RLCS together at one point in like open qual. So
Yes. We're goated. I
That's a
think we're
very
the top
interesting thing to
200.
take into Champions League, that RLCS experience. We have a lot of players in this league who have experience with high level play. And I think it's really interesting how it shows in how well you guys coordinate. I was frankly expecting you to say, like, oh, we scrim all the time. We scrim for like hours a day, because you just play together as a unit so well, all 3 of you.
Thank you.
I think it comes down to trust. Like I've gotten to the point now where I really trust Ivy, and I've just kind of always trusted Daniel. There was a few times last week, especially with Phoenix, that I was having a hard time trusting, and I think they were too. But we trusted tonight, and we played well with each other.
Yep.
That makes sense. Before we go on the road, is there anything you would like to say to the crowd? Any other feelings you have about the match or about the coming season?
No more prods.
Yeah, I mean nothing much.
Yeah.
Understand?
We're excited. We love Rocket League.
Understandable. Rocket League, best esport on earth. Thank you very much for your time and for that incredible bout of Rocket League. If there's nothing else anybody has, I'm Kvox, this is Twix, and in 1 hour, we have the second match tonight. We have LSV versus Tier 1, so don't go anywhere, everybody. Get some drinks, do your stretches, get some food in you. Come right back, because 9 p.m., we've got more for you.